I'm David Brommer from Brommer Sanitation in Sioux Center, Iowa. Our business is primarily solid waste and recycling. We do residential, commercial, industrial. We also work in O'Brien County, where we service the cities of Hartley and Sanborn as well. Part of our business, it's been here for a little over 40 years since the state of Iowa enacted the redemption law, which is allowing consumers that purchase beverages in glass, plastic, or aluminum, put their 5-cent deposit down on the container. They redeem that nickel as they return their glass, their plastic, or their aluminum. So we've been doing this again since the law was enacted up until a year ago, all by hand in terms of sorting. The conversation about a specific machine started about a year ago. It was really in response to what happened with COVID in part because of the challenges that we ran into with labor, but also the inability of us to actually take in the cans and the bottles and the plastic when things were shut down, and we had to kind of meter our availability and accessibility. So it changed what we could take in and how we could do it. Through some research, we found a company in Denmark, really the only one in the world that provides this service of mechanization for sorting this type of material. Began the process, and shortly after, we started our conversation with Kent Rose at Northwest Bank, financing for our machine and growing our business.
David had some plans in terms of bringing in some automation, specifically some equipment. What he needed was some financing that would allow him to pay for this equipment. We discussed in terms of what would make the most sense for him, settled on a line of credit that he could draw on when he needed the money. Some additional costs inevitably came up. We were able to respond to him on that, increase that line a bit once everything was running. We put that on a stable term note for him at a level that made sense for them from a cash flow perspective.
So the machine, it's essentially a giant barcode scanner. Through a series of inliners and infeeders, we can scan the product and get them into particular ports, which are where the bags are located. Greatly increases our speed. We were sorting about 40 to 50 bags per day by hand. We can do about 110 to 120 bags per hour now. So we can do about 25,000 cans an hour, where we were doing about 10,000 cans a day previously. So it's been a great addition. Working specifically with Kent was great. He has a wealth of experience and background in the banking industry over the years, and I appreciated Kent's commitment and his true interest in how not only we were going to use the resources, but also how we were going to make sure that we could succeed. And Northwest supports that as well. They gave me a very comfortable feeling of, we want you to succeed. It's not simply a transaction. So I think that really put him in a great position to give me advice and to give me perspective. Our goal had always been to provide a service that offered the opportunity to not only participate in the recycling process for the state, but it's evolved into fundraising efforts for different groups, something we feel pretty strongly about in providing to the community to help in the process of recycling and getting their 5 cents back in their pocket.